Welcome to GBC Updates for Friday, the 13th of November. Once again, just have a couple of things to let you know about that are coming up in the life of the church. First of all, to let you know that on Sunday, the 29th of November, we are going to be holding our AGM. It's the AGM at the end of the year that we set our budget for next year. This year, we're also going to be appointing elders as well as some new members to our church leadership team who are also deacons. There's a handful of other things that we'll be doing. There's a lot more information on in the e-news this week as well. That meeting will be held on Zoom as we did with our mid-year meeting in July. It'll run from 12:30 until no later than 2 o'clock, and we will give you more details as we get closer to that date. But please mark that time off. Really important for us as a community of faith to kind of reflect on where we've been over this year and pitch forward to what we believe God is calling and leading us into in the future. Also want to remind you to set aside the 20th of December from 7 p.m. For carols in your backyard. We are just about a week away from doing all of the filming of the music and just a couple of weeks out from filming a bunch of the content in Colin Buchanan's backyard. We're really looking forward to producing this carols event that will be streamed on the 20th of December. We really want to encourage you, though, to consider who you might invite to your backyard, your front yard, your deck, your living room, wherever it might be, to do a carols event together. This year, in a year that's been so filled with uncertainty, we really felt that it was important to have something that felt familiar. So it's going to be as familiar a carols event as we can possibly come up with. As I said, we have Colin Buchanan and Emma Pask returning to be part of that event, our carols band. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic event. Really, though, relies on you asking the Lord who He would have you invite along. Maybe your neighbors, maybe some of your family, some wider friends, some colleagues at work, a few people to experience carols together. Two other things just to remind you of. We still have an opportunity. There's still an opportunity to join our team. We're looking for someone a couple days a week to assist in our operations, a really significant part of our overall ministry as a church. So if you're looking for 2 days a week work that is not only fulfilling because it's part of our overall mission, but pretty flexible as well, make sure you check out the role description on GBC Links. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, we have been continuing to work on our reoccupancy plan, and you can have a look at the progress that we've made over the last week by checking out that document on GBC Links. I do want to let you know about two really significant parts of that reoccupancy plan. First of all, and both of them have to do with volunteers. So for those of you who are currently volunteers in our wider church family, whether you serve in welcoming or kids ministry, whatever field it might be, it's really important that you fulfill our current legal requirements to volunteer. This is all out of the safe church policies that came out of the legislation that came out of the Royal Commission. So this is not something that we've just kind of come up with to make things more difficult. This is actually part of the response to some of the horrible abuses that took place in the past. And we are trying to be as trustworthy as we can. If you've received an email, and if you are part of our volunteer ministry, you have, and you have not yet responded by filling in the screening questionnaire, the code of conduct, watching the orientation video, we really, 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 really need you to do that. If we don't have volunteers who are kind of up to code, we will not be able to allow you to serve. And currently, we simply don't have enough volunteers who have completed the process to actually be able to run any face-to-face services. So if you're really keen for us to return to some kind of face-to-face gathering, are a member of one of our volunteer teams and have not gone through that process, this is your opportunity to help. And if you're not part of our volunteer team, but would like to be involved, I'd like you to express some interest to office@guymeabaptist.org.au. We're in the process of writing up some of the new job descriptions that we're going to need for volunteers. Some COVID marshals, some particular groups around cleaning and stewarding and some of those sorts of positions. So when those come out, and they should be out by next week, at least that's our aim, you'll be able to have a look at those on GBC links. But if you are interested in finding out more about them, please email office@gamiabaptist.org.au, and when those are ready, we can make sure that you get a copy of them to see if they'd be suitable for you. Those are the major things that are taking place in the life of the church. Really encourage you to get involved. Continue to be praying for us as a community of faith as we move forward into all that God is inviting us to. I hope to see you on Sunday online in one of our services. Really encourage you to invite some people around and do that together, because discipleship, which is so critical for us, is best done together. So if you have some people that you can invite around, please do so. Let us know that you're together in the chat. We'd love to see that as well. Really encouraging to everybody to know that there are pockets of believers meeting together, which is so critical for us. Until then, trust that you are well and that you experience the blessing and peace